Doctors Today. The latest developments in the world of medicine. It might happen in your home tonight. It will happen in 10,000 other homes. At a very late hour, some member of the family will develop symptoms of a serious illness. The question will arise,
shall we ask the doctor to come now or wait until morning?
Before that question arises in your home, we suggest that you listen to the program which follows. The American Medical Association, in cooperation with the National Broadcasting Company and its independent affiliated stations, presents Doctors Today, a weekly report on the progress of medical science. This week, a report on a nationwide medical problem, night calls. We first hear Dr. W. Bauer speaking for the American Medical Association. Dr. Bauer.
I'm sure that you wouldn't find it easy to leave your bed in the middle of the night to visit the bedside of a total stranger living many miles away. But if you felt that it was a matter of life or death, you would probably go if you were physically able. Every doctor knows that his duty is clear when his services are needed by a person whose life is in danger. He should make a night call, even though there is a doubt that his services are actually needed before morning. It is a matter of medical record, however, that the life of many an overworked doctor is shortened by overexhaustion. In fairness to your doctor, make it your business to know with reasonable certainty when his services are needed as quickly as possible. In fairness to you, your doctor should make it his business to handle his night calls, or when he is physically unable, to provide the services of another physician. I think that the solution to these problems becomes clearer in the dramatic story of Dr. Lee Sanford.
Oh, is that you, Lee?
Yes, dear. Go back to sleep.
Oh, what time is it?
Oh, it's a little after 1:30.
Oh, I laid out fresh pajamas for you.
Yes, I found them. I'm setting the alarm for 6 o'clock. Have to be at the hospital by 7.
All right, dear.
Oh, me, what a night. There are times when I wish I'd taken Dad's advice and become a dentist. People don't call dentists out of bed in the middle of the night for a toothache. Or do they? I suppose they do. After tonight, I'll believe anything.
What was the matter with the poor old dear?
She read an article about cancer, and along about midnight she decided she was dying and couldn't possibly last until morning.
Oh, no.
Her only symptoms up to this point were a sore knee and a back that aches sometimes. Well, it's probably arthritis. She can't take the time to find out by going to the hospital for an x-ray because she's going to California on an extended vacation.
Very interesting case. She'll probably live to be 100.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. If I don't hear the alarm, but... Oh, no, that can't be for me. Oh, Lord, please make it a wrong number. Dr. Sanford.
Oh, Doctor, I'm so glad I found you in. Our baby woke up about 10 minutes ago, kicking and crying and screaming. I'm afraid it's convulsions. And he has vomited. He vomited twice.
How old is your baby?
17 months. Oh, will you please come quickly, Doctor? I'm terribly worried.
Who is this calling?
This is Mrs. John Casey of 3732 High Court Road.
3732 High Court?
That's right, and you can't miss the place. It's a brick house, and I'll have all the lights on.
Mrs. Casey, has your baby had shots for diphtheria?
Oh, yes.
And has he had the Schick test?
Oh, yes, we've had all that done. I don't think it could possibly be diphtheria. It's something much worse. He's just wheezing and gasping for breath. Oh, please come right away, won't you?
Yes, I'll get out there as quickly as possible.
How soon can I expect you?
Oh, in 20 minutes or less.
Oh, that's wonderful, Doctor. I hate to disturb you, but I'm sure it's terribly serious.
Yes. Now, in the meantime, will you put him where he can breathe steam?
Steam? Well, what's that for?
Croup, Mrs. Casey.
Oh, it couldn't be croup. It's something far more serious. Well, I'll get the water boiling anyway, just in case.
All right, and I'll be along shortly. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Well, here we go again. Wonderful evening.
And it certainly sounds like croup.
Yes, and I'll bet you dollars to donuts it is. But I'm not sure. She's all excited, so I'd better go. All right, let's close this door so he'll get plenty of steam.
You see, Doctor, my husband is out of town, and I'm all alone here with him.
I see.
So when he woke up screaming, I naturally...
Why, of course, you were naturally frightened. Is this your first baby?
Yes, our one and only so far.
Uh-huh. Well, I think you'll find he'll be all right by morning. He hasn't any fever.
Oh, I wondered about that, but I didn't have a thermometer.
Well, if I were you, I'd get one. When it sounds like an infectious disease, the first question is, does the child have a fever?
Yes, I know. Dr. Newcomb has told me that, and I've been intending to get one, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
Dr. Newcomb?
Yes, Dr. Francis J. Newcomb. I suppose you know him.
Of course, I know Dr. Newcomb very well. Have you been calling him regularly?
Oh, I've always taken Freddie to Dr. Newcomb because he's a pediatrician, and he's very highly recommended.
Oh, yes, very fine.
To be perfectly honest with you, I called Dr. Newcomb before I called you this evening. But I was told that Dr. Newcomb isn't accepting night calls.
Oh, he isn't? Well, did he tell you that?
Yes, I talked to his wife first, and then he talked to me, and he suggested you as one of the doctors I might call.
Oh, he did? Mm-hmm.
I guess he's a very busy man, isn't he?
Yes. Most of us are quite busy nowadays, Mrs. Casey.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to suggest that you weren't busy, too.
Oh, no, I'm sure you didn't.
But he couldn't come, so what else could I do? Of course, after this, I'll take Freddie to a doctor who can make night calls. I wouldn't think of depending entirely on office visits for a 17-month-old baby. Besides, the doctor I called in an emergency should be the doctor who sees him regularly for examinations. So, naturally, I'd prefer to call you from now on.
Well, perhaps I'll have a chance to discuss this matter with Dr. Newcomb. It may be that there's a good reason why he couldn't come tonight. We'll see about it. Now then, I'll write out instructions for you. Good night, Mrs. Casey.
Good night, Doctor, and thank you for coming.
2:45. What? Who are you?
Never mind who I am. Just keep your voice down and hop into the car. I'm going to let you drive.
What? Very kind of you to let me drive my own car.
This ain't a squirt gun I got in my hand, brother. It shoots real live bullets.
I see.
So, let's be real friendly like. You get in and drive, and we'll have a nice talk. Let's go.
All right.
It ain't every day that I have a doctor chauffeur me around.
Where do you want me to take you?
You can drive me right back into town. Let's go right up the main drag, and if anybody should happen to ask, I could be a guy who was taking you to see a patient, couldn't I?
I suppose.
I hope you'll go along with this gag, because I don't want no trouble. Last time I shot a guy, they gave me 12 years in the state pen, but I was paroled in 7 on account of good behavior. I want to stay on my good behavior, see?
Yes, I understand.
How's the medical racket in this town, Doc?
Oh, we managed to keep fairly busy.
Yeah, so I see. Keep you working kind of late some nights, don't they? Here it is nearly 3 a.m. Got any more calls to make tonight?
Not so far as I know, no.
Well, I was just wondering. If you have another call, I thought I might drop you off there.
Drop me off?
Oh, sure.
Now, wait a minute, fella. I'll take you wherever you want to go, and then I'll drop you off. I can't get along without my car.
Oh, now, Doc, don't you worry about that. You'll get it back in a few days.
Oh, now, look, I got $15 in my wallet. You're welcome to that.
Oh, I am? Well, thanks for your generosity. You're really big about this whole thing.
But I want my car. I've got to have it.
Sorry, Doc, but I need it more than you. I'm too hot. Got into a little scrape about 100 miles back, and the state cops are looking for me. Now, you can have your bag, Doc, but I want the rest.
Well, will you at least let me drive back to my house?
Oh, no. I wouldn't want to take a chance on that. You'd have the squads after me too quick. You know, Doc, I guess about all I can do with you is to tie you up and leave you along the road someplace.
You take my car and you'll be headed for some real trouble.
Yeah? Now, look, I wouldn't want to kill you. But what if I was to leave a slug in you someplace where it would really hurt?
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Charlie, look what's lying there in the ditch.
What's that?
Holy smokes, can you feature this, Charlie? It's the doctor.
Yeah?
Hey, throw me your knife so I can cut him loose.
Here it comes.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Well, this is something I never expected to see. Hey, how do you feel, Doctor?
Well, I'll be all right, Mark.
Well, I bet you must be awful cold and stiff lying there tied and gagged in that wet ditch. There, guess that does it, huh?
I'm a little waterlogged, but outside of that, I'm all right.
Well, how do you happen to be way out here?
An ex-convict with a gun picked me up after a night call and dropped me out here. Took my car and left my bag.
Oh, I figured it must be something like that. Well, look, you hop in my truck and I'll take you back home before I start on my milk route, huh?
Oh, no. Just drop me where I can get a cab.
Oh, you won't take us far out of our way. Oh, Doctor, this is Charlie Hotchkiss.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Doctor. Just the man I wanted to see. I got a bad swelling here on the back of my neck.
Charlie, the doc hasn't got time to talk about your aches and pains now. Move over and let's get going.
Okay.
I suppose you could recognize this stick-up man if you ever saw him again, huh?
Oh, yes, I got a good look at him.
Doctor, take a look at this neck of mine for a second. Would you say this is a boil or a carbuncle?
It's pretty hard to tell in this light.
Now, look, Charlie, the doctor's had a bad night.
Yeah, I know, but I've had a bad night, too. I could hardly sleep a wink with this dang thing nearly driving me crazy. Can you do something for it, Doctor?
Well, if we went to my office where I could get a good look at
There's
it...
no time for that now. I got to get you home, and I've got 500 gallons of milk to deliver.
You come in and see me this afternoon, Charlie, along about 4 o'clock, huh?
Yeah, I sure will.
Say, I wonder if he was that escaped convict who robbed the bank at Iredale.
I don't know, Mark. It might be.
Yeah, probably is. Oh, don't worry. They'll get him, and you'll get your car back.
Doctor, I hope you'll have time to look at my back.
All right, Charlie.
I get a sharp pain that starts here and goes way down here.
I see.
What do you think?
Now, Charlie, that can wait. Doctor, where'd he stick you up?
No, over on, High Court Road.
I'll bet that's the guy that the state cops sent out a report on.
Probably.
From what I've heard, I might have sciatica. Does this sound like sciatica? I mean, a pain that starts here and goes down here, hurts a lot, especially in bad weather.
Now, Charlie.
Whoa.
Doctor, I think what we better do is report this thing as soon as we hit town. That way they'll be able to trace his movements a lot easier. Don't you think so? Oh, look at the poor man. He's sound asleep.
Yeah, no wonder. You yapping at him about this criminal.
And you trying to get the cure for all your troubles while hitchhiking on my truck.
Well, if I see him in his office, it's going to cost me money. Can't blame a man for trying to get a little free advice, can you?
Charlie, you have no scruples.
Scruples?
Scruples.
What are they?
They're what you ain't got.
Yeah, well, I know a doctor in this town who ain't got scruples either.
Meaning who?
I called him for my wife one night when I was scared she might die, and he wouldn't come. So it just goes to show you that a lot of our best people don't have no scruples either.
Well, maybe he had a good reason.
Maybe. But I wouldn't call that old geezer again if he was the last doctor on earth.
Now, will you have another egg, dear?
I certainly will, and some more coffee.
You know, this is the biggest breakfast I've ever seen you put away.
Oh, look at that time. 9 o'clock. 2 hours late.
Oh, but everybody understands why you're late. I've called the hospital and your office, and I've talked to the police and the newspaper men and everybody, so now just relax.
Fine situation this is. No car. Who knows when that sweet character will be kind enough to abandon it.
Well, you'll probably have it back by tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I don't feel one half as bad toward him as I do about a certain doctor around here. He was the cause of my troubles last night.
What are you talking about?
Well, let's get the facts straight. I went out on a call at 20 minutes to 2 this morning to see a child who's under the care of a well-known pediatrician. I went because he refused to answer that call.
You mean that Mrs. Casey called him before she called you?
Yes, and he suggested that I was one of the doctors who might be available at that hour of the morning.
Well, how do you like that? Who is it?
Newcomb.
And since when is Dr. Newcomb unable to handle his practice at night?
I don't know. This is all new to me.
Oh, this makes me furious. The idea of that man passing off one of his night calls on you.
June, it all comes down to this. I am much too busy during the day to handle Newcomb's calls at night.
Why, of course you are. And on top of it all, you were held up, robbed, and you lost your car.
Not to mention the fact that I was left tied up in a ditch at 4 a.m., and that was no fun at all.
Well, I certainly think that you have a right to an explanation from Dr. Newcomb.
I certainly have, and believe me, I'm going to get it.
Lee.
Yes?
I read about your misfortune in the paper this morning. Very sorry about it.
Oh? You are?
Yes, of course. Certainly hope you get your car back soon.
Did you read who I was calling on when I ran into that underworld character?
Yes. Mrs. Casey out on High Court Road, wasn't it?
Not Mrs. Casey, her 17-month-old son.
Oh, that's what I mean. You know, of course, that the boy was formerly under my care.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, Lee, but I couldn't take that call last night.
No, so I was told.
Sounded like croup, but I couldn't be sure. In any case, I couldn't go, so I recommended you along with several others.
Yes, and I'd been on a call and was dead tired. Why couldn't you go?
Lee, I've been at it night and day for a long time.
Yes, so have I.
But about 3 weeks ago, I developed some peculiar symptoms. The result was I went to Dr. Phillips for a checkup.
Oh?
I had a cardiogram, and it didn't look too good.
Oh. Well, very sorry to hear that.
Well, no need to go into all the details, but he told me to take it easy for a while. Good night's sleep, no night calls. Well, that's pretty rough with a practice like mine, so many mothers calling in the late hours. I should have gone around and told some of you about it, but I didn't.
Frank, I know just how you felt about it.
The result is you got that call last night, and you got into something that might have been too tough for me. I wanted to take that call, so help me I did, Lee, but if I had, and if I'd been dumped out in a ditch with my heart acting as the way it is, I might have come back feet first.
Well, I'm glad you told me this, Frank.
Well, I know how busy you are, and I can't go on turning over these late-night calls to men like you, but what am I to do?
Well, look, Frank, I'll take as many as I can, but I think we've got to find another answer.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and I wish I knew what the answer is.
Why don't we take it up at the next medical society meeting and find out who can handle night calls?
See, I hate to impose on anybody, but I guess that's the only solution. There's just so much that a man like me can do in the course of 24 hours, and we'll just have to share the responsibility between us.
Well, Lee, I see you've got the car back.
Yes, they brought it back this afternoon. He left it about 50 miles due east of here.
Have they caught him yet?
No, but they probably will. Besides, I haven't time to worry about that. We have a problem that's a little more serious.
Oh, really?
It's this whole business of who goes out on a night call. Now, June, you know that there's nobody who likes to get out of bed at 1 a.m. less than I do. Especially when I feel that it wouldn't take Well, it wouldn't make any difference at all if I made my visit the next morning.
But I've seen you make so many calls where it's just not fair.
Yes, but you can't make a diagnosis over the phone. I think there are too many cases in which a physician is trying to decide whether he should see his patient before morning by relying on information given him by some member of the family.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, June, you can't expect a person without a medical education to give you the facts that a nurse would give you over the phone from a hospital.
No, I suppose not.
And since you can't get reliable information, when in doubt, you simply must go see your patient if you suspect that there's something you could do before morning.
But so often people call a doctor for no good reason.
When there's a doubt in the person's mind, he should call a doctor. It's better to save the patient than be overly kind to the doctor.
Oh, but Lee, dear, you're already doing more than you should. Why, if you don't watch out, you're going to be ruled off the list for night calls yourself.
Maybe I am. But I think we can solve the problem by giving the younger men a chance to help out. And I'm certainly going to make that an issue at our meeting tomorrow night.
Mr. Chairman, we've had some very interesting comments this evening, but I don't see that we're getting anywhere. Dr. Adams thinks that it would be a good idea to educate people on when to call a doctor and when not to call a doctor after midnight. Well, it seems to me that it's largely a matter of judgment. Don't you agree, Dr. Sanford?
Well, let's look at it this way, gentlemen. Even in our own hospitals, a graduate nurse has moments when she wonders whether there's an emergency need for a doctor. Now, if a graduate nurse is not always sure, how can we teach the general public all that they need to know?
Oh, and furthermore, when someone decides that there is immediate need for a doctor, that person is entitled to a doctor's services, if at all possible.
If I may be permitted to interrupt, I think that's a very sound statement. We all make mistakes. Better to be safe than to be sorry.
Not only that, but I see no excuse for a doctor who attempts to diagnose a critical illness over the telephone. Either go and make an examination or arrange to have some other physician go in your place.
I say no matter what the hour may be, if there is reason for doubt, we should always go to the patient's bedside. Now then, when we can't go, then what?
Doctor, I'm glad you brought that up. When a doctor can't go for a good reason, it isn't enough to recommend the names of other doctors who may not be able to go either. When minutes are precious, why waste a person's time with the names of doctors who turn out to be unavailable?
Well, I have a suggestion that has already been adopted by a number of other medical societies, and it's working out very well.
Oh? What do you have in mind, Sanford? This business of listing all doctors available for night calls under one telephone number?
That's right. In other words, when you can't make a visit, especially at night, give a number that will put your caller in touch with all doctors in the community who are available.
Well, now, that makes an awful lot of sense to me. Every doctor in good standing who can go out on night calls should be listed. In this way, a single telephone operator can locate a doctor anywhere in the city for an emergency in a matter of minutes, huh?
I'm all for it.
I'd like to put that in the form of a motion. I move that all doctors available for night calls be listed under a single telephone number known to all members of this society.
All right.
Gentlemen, you've heard the motion. Is there a second?
I second.
All in favor will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Contrary? The motion is carried.
May I add that any physician who doesn't make himself available for night calls had better have a good and sufficient reason.
We again present Dr. W. W. Bauer, speaking for the American Medical Association. Dr. Bauer.
Yes, the public wants a doctor when they want him. If there is any time when the rugged American individualist wants what he wants when he wants it, it's when he is sick. Theoretically, he realizes that the doctor has other patients. He would be the last to request the doctor to neglect someone else to serve him. and yet he feels just a bit injured if the doctor doesn't drop everything else and respond to his call. The wartime and post-war dislocations of medical service are gradually improving. Doctors are still too busy, but it is now usually possible to get prompt attention for emergencies. Most of the difficulties now occur at night, on holidays, or on the half-day during the week when doctors close their offices and disappear as the only means of getting a bit of rest, relaxation, and freedom from that insistent telephone. It takes a long time to train a doctor, and he tends to wear out fast. His productive life is shorter than that of other professional men, and much shorter than of people in business or industry. Few doctors nowadays reach appreciable earning capacity before the age of 30, and many of them die prematurely in the late 50s. The doctor must use these relatively brief years of effective capacity to the best possible advantage for himself and for his patients. There are times when doctors must decline calls for good and sufficient reason. The physical and emotional strain of medical practice is heavy, and even the most rugged doctor reaches a point when he must rest. If he is tired to the point of exhaustion, he cannot give his best judgment and service, and in such circumstances, he really does the patient a favor if he declines the call. And from the community standpoint, it is professional waste and economic folly to destroy or curtail the usefulness of a doctor whose accumulated experience, skill, and wisdom could continue to serve his people through many years. Many of the tales which have been told about inability to procure physicians have failed of verification upon investigation. Patients become excited and panicky, particularly at night, when the seriousness of illness is often magnified. The fear that they will be unable to get a physician intensifies their concern. The American Medical Association, through its journal, has recently called upon all medical societies to provide a simple organization in the community and advertise it widely, whereby any patient can get a doctor any time. It might not always be the doctor whom the patient desires, but it will be a competent, reputable physician who can render satisfactory service and bring the needed reassurance until such time as the regular physician is able to take over the responsibility. In several large cities, medical societies already maintain physicians' telephone service bureaus. These can easily be converted into emergency exchanges. The American Medical Association has called upon medical societies to make the necessary provisions. The association now calls upon patients to cooperate by accepting the emergency services of the physician procured through such exchanges, and to place confidence in him until the physician of choice can be procured.
Doctors Today is presented by the American Medical Association through the facilities of the National Broadcasting Company and its independent affiliated stations. This program is presented on behalf of the thousands of physicians who are working night and day to protect and preserve the lives of 141 million Americans. The American Medical Association invites you to join us again to hear another report on the progress of medicine and surgery in America. Doctors Today, written by William J. Murphy, comes to you through the facilities of the National Broadcasting Company and the affiliated independent stations associated with the NBC network. The orchestra is under the direction of Bernard Berquist, with original music composed by Emil Soderstrom. The entire production is under the direction of Norman Felton. Heard in today's cast were Arthur Peterson, Jess Pugh, Ruth Shames, Loretta Poynton, Art Hearn, Cliff Norton, Norman Gottschalk, and William Green. Doctors Today will not be heard next week, but will resume at the usual time the week following. Your announcer is Henry Cook. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.